Once upon a time, there was a powerful Egyptian empire that used the Israelite nation to help build their buildings as slaves.
Build faster. I want these pyramids up by daybreak tomorrow.
The Egyptians were very tough on the Israelites, so God chose a man named Moses to try and convince Pharaoh to let the Israelite slaves leave Egypt.
Go down, Moses!
Let's hear it for Moses.
And Moses said,
Never! They are here to work.
But Pharaoh had a hardened heart and was not willing to let the Israelites be free. When Pharaoh refused to let the children of Israel leave Egypt, Moses turned the Nile River into blood.
No! The river is turned to blood. Our cattle can't drink water. We can't drink water. The fields are gonna die. What have you done, Moses? Turn it back. I'll let your people go.
So Moses said, "Let my people go," but still Pharaoh would not listen.
I'm not letting him go. He's a fool. Our gods are much stronger.
When that didn't work, Moses sent hundreds of frogs into the city.
What? What's going on here?
It was a big mess.
Gods, get these frogs out of here. I cannot think. Be gone with you. Moses, get rid of these things. I'll let your people go. All right, go. Get out of here.
Pharaoh promises to let the Israelites go, but then changes his mind.
I'm not letting them go. I still need to build my pyramids.
Still, Pharaoh didn't listen. So Moses made the dust turn into gnats to cover the people and livestock.
What? Gods! What are these things? Grab your fly swatters! Moses! Get these things out of here! I'll let your people go if you do! Pesky things.
So Pharaoh had said that they could go, but then he had second thoughts.
I'm not gonna let them go. I still need them. Can't find cheap labor these days.
So God allowed flies to enter the Egyptian houses.
Not again! Gods! Fly swatters! Dogs! Moses! Get these things out of here! I'll let them go! Go! Get out! Get them out of here!
So he promised to let them go, but then changed his mind again.
I can't let them go.
God then allowed all of Egypt's cattle and livestock to die.
No! What's going on here? Our cattle are dying. Bluebell! Not Bluebell! She was my favorite. Curse you, Moses! Get out of here! I'll let your people go!
Things were looking good for the Israelites, but then Pharaoh still says no.
Never. I need them. I can't go.
Boils and sores break out on the people.
Moses! You are responsible for this, aren't you? I'll let your people go.
But then he changed his mind.
Nope, not happening. Never.
Hail then strikes down everything in the fields.
What? Oh! Ow! Ow! I heard and smell! Moses, I'll let your people go. They smell.
Pharaoh promises and has good intentions to let the Israelites go, but then he changes his mind again.
No, I'm not letting them go. Seriously, they smell.
At this point, locusts and darkness and even the loss of every firstborn son comes into the land.
No. Not my newborn child. He's my firstborn. He's supposed to take my place in Egypt. Moses! How could your God be so cruel?
Baby.
I'll let your people go. Get out of here before I change my mind again.
Finally, Pharaoh decides to let the Israelites go. When God's people left Egypt, they marched out into the desert, and God did something very special. He sent a tall cloud to guide them through the day. But back in Egypt, Pharaoh had changed his mind about letting God's people leave.
God assembled the military. Chase after them. I want them hunted down. Now!
He sent his army after the Israelites to bring them back. Closer and closer, the Egyptians' army came. God's people stood right at the edge of the Red Sea. There was no way across the water. It looked as though they were trapped. Just then, God moved a tall cloud behind his people so that the Egyptians could no longer see. Then Moses raised his hand over the sea. All night, God pushed back the sea with a strong wind, and the waters split to make a dry path to the other side. The Israelites safely reached the other side, but when the Egyptian army tried to use the same path, the water came back together to cover the soldiers. And that was the end of Pharaoh's army.
All right, let's give him a big hand. Great job, guys.